I did it. The intro finished a lot quicker than I remembered it. So, also,
What is fun?
Yeah, full transparency. This is going to be a goofy episode today, y'all. Just, that's all I'm going to say. It's going to be a goofy episode. Because it's the two of us. So, obviously, it's going to be a goofy episode. Anyway, sawadee-ka, and welcome to The Cup, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality, and you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm Logan River. Say something gay. I've got water. Obviously, hydration is important, but I felt a little inspired by the moment today, so I'm drinking some Thai tea. I'm especially excited also because Tongue Tied with Pangina is back, and the first episode is out. So I felt very inspired today to get some Thai tea. I don't think it's traditionally supposed to be with golden boba too, but I did that today because it's really good, and it's that kind of day, so I needed it. Yes, God.
And hi, I'm River, your Brazilian correspondent here on A Cup, and today I am drinking water because my voice is still not 100% back, so I need it. And so I got one of my biggest mugs, and one of my cutest mugs.
Oh, I love the Eeyore. I love it.
And I'm kind of giving trans flag, so I live. And I match our little background.
Oh, I love it. David did one with this background. I don't know what he did, but he ate with this one.
Thank you, David.
Yes, thank you, David, for stealing Lana, and now they're both gone. So it's just me and River to talk about episode 8 of Drag Race Thailand. No, they're having the time of their fucking lives this weekend. I'm excited for them. Hopefully with more interviews coming to not this channel, but TV and Ringside. Hopefully. Yeah. But we're also getting more interviews over here, so stay tuned, Down Under fans. Anyway, we've got episode 8 of Drag Race Thailand. I have to say, another interesting episode. I did enjoy it, but interesting is kind of the right word for this whole season.
It was amusing. I was entertained.
I laughed several times.
Yes. I think I love this cast so much for Thailand that like even the episodes that I don't enjoy, like either the challenge prompt or the mini or like something about the episode, I always end up enjoying it because this cast is so lovable.
It's such a good cast.
So like even the episodes that I didn't enjoy that much, I still liked.
Yeah, it's really just and I have to remember also, even though it's season 3, like I have to treat this like it's a season 1. And I keep forgetting that as I'm watching. I'm like, why isn't this? And also, why did they make that decision? But I have to remember, like, especially, and I'll talk more about it, but especially the fact that PR has not been really a part of the season after episode 2. Like, it's very, very different from a normal Drag Race.
Right. Her
and we'll
energy
talk about
really does make a difference. Because I didn't watch the other seasons of Thailand. This is my first.
Okay.
And like just in those 2 episodes and then not having her, like it makes a big difference. Honestly.
Yeah, well, let me finish the intro.
Something happened, maybe like a family emergency or something happened and she was not able to be there.
Obviously. Yeah.
I hope everything is okay though.
I hope so too. I haven't seen anything, but we're going to talk more about all of this and the whole episode because it was a really good episode. Before we do, make sure to subscribe if you've not already because we're here almost all the time giving you almost all things drag. And make sure to check out the description below where you can find all of our audio podcast links, our other YouTube channels, and our Patreon for exclusive content and early access, including early access to most of the Look Over Here episodes for the franchises we're currently covering. And you'll get early access to all of our end of the year videos. So, very, very fun. Down below, you can also get your merch. I forgot I have to do the merch plug too. LanaGcreations.etsy.com. Link is in the description below. I'm showing off the OG one, but River might be showing off the 2.0 version here very soon. I'm very excited. And we ship globally, so there are no excuses. Unless there are some excuses, then there's some excuses. Whatever. But no, on that topic, I do agree with you completely. Like, having watched, and I love that we have like the first time viewer and the like veteran.
Like different perspectives.
Yes, you've only seen, this is your first season, this is my third of Thailand. So like, and Thailand itself was so different. Like, the format was completely different on the first 2 seasons, as you probably know.
I've heard. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, and the energy was interesting because art has this grounding quality, and this there's more years. I'll say that there's a wiseness and a I guess maturity. I don't think so, because Pangina is a very good host.
Yeah.
But there's an immaturity in the production of this season, where like the queens are on the level and they're doing good drag. Pangina has really grown to be like a pretty confident host in the short amount of episodes we've had. Like, the hosting is much better, and she's much more herself again, and I was really happy to see it.
Yeah.
But there's like I don't know. There's the production is not meeting the standards that everyone else on the show is actually doing.
I agree. And you know what it is for me? Because we were talking before we started. Because I did go to film school for a while. And the one thing that came to my mind was the storytelling is not there.
No.
Like we mentioned when like near the Siam situation, we were like, we are missing something. So I love the cast, but I'm not able to connect that much because I feel like I'm missing a huge part of the story of the season.
Yeah.
And the relationship of the cast.
Yeah.
So I feel like maybe it's that for me.
It feels like the producers and the editors didn't understand the story that was being told, and instead they decided before anything happened that was how they were going to script it and frame it. Like, it feels intentionally edited this way, as opposed to I would say good Drag Race seasons where like things happen organically, but then there's a little bit of, manipulation potentially by producers to add on to what was already a really good existing drama storyline. And like,
you know what I feel like? Oh, sorry. I thought you were.
Oh, I was going to say, I just want to give my example because I have a very specific example that I can think of. Candy Muse and Tamisha Iman on season 13. Where like they had their tension. It literally started the first episode they were together. And like it built, and then obviously Candy was going to be the one to send Tamisha home in the lip sync.
Yeah.
It should have been a double save. I don't love Tamisha like that anymore, but like it should have been a double save because I think they were both incredible. The point is, that's the double save I would have given that season, not Simone and Candy. Because someone clearly lost that lip sync, but I don't want to acknowledge that. For me at least. The point I'm trying to make is there's like they've set up what they want to do with the storylines that they've given instead of letting it happen organically. It feels manufactured, Drag Race.
I see that, but I kind of got a different feeling. And honestly, we'll never know, I guess.
Yeah.
But what I felt like, especially by the like in the middle of the season, like episode 4, 5, 6, especially, is that I feel like they were getting too much story and too many different angles and situations, and that they didn't know how to select which ones were going to make it to the story, which ones to not use, which ones to use, and how to edit them to make it
because they hadn't built anything, because they hadn't built any of them in the first 3 episodes with the editing that they did.
Exactly. And then a lot of things started happening at the same time, and it felt like they couldn't it felt like the editors or whoever is working in production didn't know how to put everything together.
Yeah. Well, obviously we know that what was it?
And a lot of good stuff.
Because what was it? The first or the second episode, something like that, like wasn't available for like a couple of hours because they were probably re-editing it.
Or wasn't it the audio problem that like they posted it and it had an audio? I don't remember.
It was the premiere. It was the premiere, wasn't it?
I don't remember. I'm watching so much Drag Race at the same time.
Well, I feel like I remember panicking because I couldn't make a slideshow for the podcast. For the premiere.
Okay.
And that's obviously like the difference between someone that fully breaking the fourth wall, a difference between someone who just is a podcaster and a person that is, on the production side of things. Is that the biggest fourth wall break I've ever done?
Maybe.
Regardless, I am enjoying the season and I'm loving this cast. And we have a great top 5. Unfortunately, it is a 5 because we had to lose Gigi Ferocious last week and I was devastated.
Yeah. Even though I agreed with the decision. With her going home, because I still think that she won that lip sync, but it wouldn't make sense.
I think she won that lip sync too. Yeah.
At that point, but
yeah.
Gigi is a person that I really am excited to see what she's gonna do with this experience and how she's gonna use it to grow, and then where that's gonna take her.
Yeah.
And I want to eventually see that.
Yes.
That growth.
I agree wholeheartedly. I say this with the most love. I hope she and a lot of these girls put some work into more English, because I think the amount of potential places Gigi could go, like I could see with just a little bit
for the opportunities.
100%. And I mean this with the most love in the world. If she improved her English proficiency, I could see her on a UK versus the world right now.
I could see her in fashion weeks.
Oh, absolutely. Like beyond Drag Race. Like I feel like I see her.
Whatever she wants to do. Do you know what I mean? Like if she wants to do Drag Race again, or if she wants to be a model, or whatever she wants.
I could see her being like the next edition of Taste. You know what I mean?
Very.
And I want that for her so fiercely, because she is so fierce and sexy and fashion. Like that is.
And ferocious.
And that's who she is. And I adore her for it.
And she's very real, vulnerable, raw on the season. Oh my God. Like I appreciate that.
Her on the runway.
On the runway.
Oh my God. Like my heart broke. My heart broke.
But I love that moment of like just real, because that was real.
And the fact that Pangina just let it happen.
You need to scream. That's very relatable. So,
and the way,
I love
and this is one of the things I love about Pangina Heels. I mean, we've praised her all season and before the season. Go check out our interview. But like, I've always appreciated Pangina because she's also just a very real person. And having had the Drag Race experience, she understands.
She gets
how she's feeling. I love.
She knew that Gigi needed to let that energy build, like the build up out before she could. Let anyone in.
Because she had a pretty similar situation herself. I love her, but one of my main critiques from the first 2 seasons of Drag Race Thailand is that Pangina was fierce, but she didn't understand it necessarily. Now
the other side, you mean?
Yeah, like she only understood the judge perspective. I don't know that she understand the contestant perspective until she did UK versus the world. It ended the way it ended, and now she's an even bigger superstar.
Yeah.
Like,
I really am enjoying her hosting.
And she's gotten so much more confident. And the number one thing I noticed about that, like that specifically drew my eye to her being more confident, is the fact that she will include more of her own like little quips when people are walking the runway. It used to just be like the first couple episodes, it was kind of just all of the other judges, because I don't think she felt confident enough to say it and like not stand 10 toes down on it, but like something like that. You know what I mean? Like
mess up. She's like more comfortable to like play around and just.
She was a little hesitant. That's what I want to say. She was a little hesitant in the first couple of episodes. Now, and I think honestly having Mama Pow on, and then now also having Nikki, I think that was some of the smartest, and we'll talk about Nikki at length in this episode. I I think that's a lot of the reason why her confidence has built. She has two other experienced hosts that are now here that probably been like, you're absolutely killing this. Just be a little bit more confident. And she knows both of these people very well.
And probably got really good advice and different, like just to be able to talk to the other hosts and like exchange all of that probably gave her confidence. And I also think that she just like, she let loose.
Oh, I don't have the buttons up, whatever.
It's okay. You know what I mean?
But no, because it's interesting that you bring that up too, because she's getting the host and also like 20 years of TV presenting experience that Mama Pow has. And then she's also getting the host side from Nikki, but she's also getting the contestant who went home much earlier than she thought she would.
Mm-hmm.
And so understands what Pangina went through and also what like someone like Gigi is going through.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I'm so like, if that was her decision, it gives me even more respect for Pangina. But yeah, they have their normal 5 minutes of crying basically over the person that went home. And I don't mean that to dismiss it, but like we've seen them every episode. I'm going to move on to talking about the mini challenge. That's all I'm saying.
Because why?
Because everybody loves puppets. I don't. I'm really happy Lana's not here because she really hates puppets more than both of us. I mean, I don't like them, but like, I was really happy that it seemed like it was a dying trend.
We don't need it anymore. It was fun for a while. The first one was good.
The first
was
two
season
were
6
good.
The first one?
I think it was season 5, wasn't it?
Oh, right, maybe. Or
no, it might have been 6 actually.
I think it was before. Because I think 4 had it already. I don't know if season 3 had it.
Yes, I'm pretty sure.
Maybe
because
it was season 4 then.
I'm pretty sure the Needle Woman had Latrice. I'm like remembering something. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I know someone did Fifi. So.
No,
No,
I'm thinking of Roxy. I have a tearaway under my tearaway. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh,
so
I am at
the first ones were good. Season 4 was good. 5 was good. 6 was good.
6 was good.
And
7's
retired.
7 is where a lot of things. 7 is a good season, but it's where a lot of things went like, oh, we're gonna dip just a little bit.
Right.
I'm at the right level to remember
every time I get the puppet challenge, I'm just like, okay.
And it's good that I am on the right level to remember these niche Drag Race references today. That's real fun.
Yeah.
If you haven't caught our drift yet. Anyway.
Yeah.
I hate the puppet challenge. And I actually thought this was a fairly decent puppet challenge. There's, again, as we were talking about, there's clearly a lot of personality things that we're not seeing.
That we don't, like, here's the thing. They were making jokes. Everyone there was laughing. I was not.
Exactly.
Not because I didn't understand.
Yeah.
Not because I didn't have the subtitles on. Just because even with the I didn't understand the point of the joke.
Yeah. I didn't get it.
Yeah. But it's not the girl's fault, because apparently it was good.
It was very funny, apparently. Yeah.
Right? Because everyone was having a good time. But
complete side note question. Do you do your subtitles in Portuguese or English?
English. And I was going to mention, Nikki Doll said on the runway when she was commenting on something, she said, I'm on a Thai show speaking English, and I'm
English,
from France.
And I'm French.
And I'm French. So like, and I'm like, I speak Portuguese, and I'm watching a show where they are speaking Thai, and I'm reading the subtitles in English.
Because it's never occurred to me until right now to ask you.
Because I want to watch the same thing you watch. Because sometimes the translation to Portuguese will be like different. You know what I mean? And then I have to translate again to English to talk to you. So it's
right.
double the work.
Okay. Okay. I mean, thanks for doing that. Appreciate it.
I mean, I like English since I was like 3, so it's a joy. It's fine.
Oh my goodness. I don't know why that never occurred to me to ask you before this. My point in saying that
Fun
is,
fact.
so Spicy wins, which, like, cool. She was just complaining about how she had the least amount of money earned.
I'm happy she got money. Hey.
She was my least favorite because I don't get it. Like, that's what my point was about the producing of this. Like, who had Godland? Was it Nane?
I don't remember.
Or was it Frankie? Or was it Frankie?
No, it was CP because I remember she made the joke about like the casting. So it was Godland with the casting. She was my favorite. Because I got that joke.
She was my favorite too. Yeah, she was my favorite too.
Because I got one of the jokes. So
it's like we've actively seen Godland do this.
Yeah. It's been discussed. So
Exactly. So anyway, I thought it was fine. Whatever. Our Maxi challenge is the makeover, but we get an introduction by the one and only Miss Nikki Doll. Nikki walks into the workroom, and I can't tell you how happy I was to see Nikki walk into a workroom. Honestly, yeah. I'm like, I'm gonna need France back real soon. I know they're probably about to film All Stars, but like, I need France like now. You know what I mean?
And you know what is the second host from a different franchise to be a guest judge on the season, and I just want to say I want to see more of this. I want to see
I want to see winners. I want to see, like, I love when they had Choriza May on Drag Race España. They've had NB Peru on a couple different ones. I love how Canada basically has a Rue girl every season now.
Yeah.
Like, breaking the fourth wall again, but 21 minutes ago, the new Canada's Drag Race episode was posted. And I'm excited to see Shea Coulee in that. I'm thrilled to see Shea Coulee. I want this more often. I really, really, and these are the two people that make the most sense. Mama Pao being the closest geographically, and also the only other Asian franchise currently. And then Nikki, who they're best friends.
Why not?
I'm still so upset I didn't get to see them both while they were both on at Drag Race Live.
Oh, right.
And if that ever happens again, I'm gonna demand that my partners and I go.
You have to.
Yeah, no, it's like that's like the one time where I'd be like, yeah, no, we gotta find a time. Because they're both incredible.
And
the point is,
I mean, and also Nikki was one of my favorite parts of this episode. Like the Nikki bit, her with Pangina, like the banter and the playing around, like, it was so much fun.
Nikki
it just brought.
This is not like your franchise. Yeah, like it was Drag Race France. Like it was. It's like we were seeing both of them. Back.
There we go.
We're good. I love a mid podcast tech issue.
Right. And it was like a good 30 seconds. Oh no.
Hello, I'm back, and I had to change computers. Because that's a new fun thing that I have to do. Okay, yeah. So, makeover challenge. We find out that the makeover people are from Bangkok Pride, which I love.
From like the people that are like in charge of like organizing and
the
all
people
that.
the people that put it on.
Yeah.
Which loved this. Yeah. This was I think that this was a lot of the reason why I really enjoyed this.
Yeah. It was really special.
And I like librarians too, but like there was something super like special about this.
I think it's how fresh it is, because they mention it is like 3 years old.
Yeah, it's like 3 or something like that. It's a very, very
like
short period of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then with the timing of Thailand legalizing or getting marriage equality, right? All that, like the timing was perfect. And yeah, I feel like, I don't know, the energy was just different.
It was a lot warmer.
Yeah.
Because the people that were there had such good, fresh energy, and also because it was Pangina and Nikki. Like, I think all of it just came together for like a really, really good episode. But yeah, so Spicy gets to pair everyone off and was really fair with it. I think like there was no pairing that I was like, oh, that's gonna fuck Godland over. No, like
I actually thought she paired everyone with the best potential person or like canvas for each queen, honestly.
I absolutely agree. And there's a lot of really great conversations. There's a conversation with ZP and her makeover partner about marriage equality, and it was a gorgeous conversation.
Devastating story. But so important because it just shows, and she even said that the point of her telling that story was that when she realized that it was not just about love, it was about life. And I think that is the conversation. It's a very important conversation that is not had a lot when talking about this, but is a very important and big part of it. And I liked seeing it on the show.
Yeah.
And then finding out that CP's been in it, I'm happy for her.
Me too.
Mostly happy for her partner.
I'm so sorry for you.
I mean, I knew it was, unattainable, impossible, but you know what? She's giving me something to appreciate every week, and I love her for that. So
I agree completely. We get some other great conversations with Godland and her partner. We didn't get one for everyone though, and that was my complaint also of the Down Under makeover challenge. And I'm like, but you only had 5. What's y'all's excuse?
I mean, there's only one that we didn't get because we got like really quick in the beginning. Who was it? Nane talking to her partner about like if he ever did drag and talking about kind of like that. They did talk a little bit, but there wasn't really
anything beyond that.
Anything like impactful that was talked about. But I also really loved the conversation with Godland's partner about the rainbow washing and the rainbow. What was it that they said? The other one.
Oh, it's not going to come to me. But the rainbow washing was like the main. It was like
something to go against or like go against or like combat that like
oh no,
I don't remember the term, but anyways, that
I agree with that completely. It's not a conversation we hear all the time on Drag Race, so I do appreciate that we had that as part of the discussion. And it's good to know that it's it is an international problem, and it's not just it's not just American, it's not just Brazilian, it's worldwide, because I know they definitely do it there probably as much as they do it here. Which sucks, but
and also like it's because it makes sense with all of this because they put together Pride. So if anyone knows about this and sees it like firsthand, is everyone there. So.
And it's good for Pride. I mean, it is. I just wish it was a 365-day kind of gig. Yeah.
That it was like a feeling and not just an act.
Yeah.
Like an isolated.
Exactly. Exactly. And the only part really of note in Pangina's walkthrough was Nane and her makeover partner and all of the different names for everyone else's partners.
See, the whole segment of walkthroughs or table talks with Pangina was just unhinged. And it was just like, it started off like, okay, and then it got more unhinged with time, and then it by the end I was just like, what am I watching?
Are
Like, in the
these
best way. In the best way.
Like, are these
I lived.
Like, are these the girls that Pangina has worked with before, so she feels comfortable with them? Like, is that what it is?
I don't know what was that. Something was in the water that day.
Yeah,
I don't know.
or was it Pangina finally just letting loose? One could say.
Right. Going off,
absolutely. Yeah, it was unhinged in like the weirdest way. Like, I felt like I was in a fever dream watching that whole segment.
Yeah. It was so much fun. I laughed. It was great. I loved it.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, that's kind of it.
Right.
So yeah, there wasn't really anything else. So here you go. Anyway. I love that Pangina went on theme.
Right?
I wasn't expecting her to. It was so good.
Oh my god. Stop it.
But also Nikki as like a lilac.
Just a flower.
Just a flower.
Beautiful. A delicate flower. Demure.
And the hair. Like, it's so perfect. And it's so Nikki.
And then the face.
Oh my god. And then Shaw and Lutini gorge as always.
Gorge. Love the like black and white. It's
so
yes.
And then Ayeta was the guest judge. I believe that's how you say her name. Something along those lines. Sorry, Diva. She was cute. She came into the workroom and said hi to everyone, and that was cute. Sure.
I like the hair.
The hair is cute. The garment is, it is what it is. It's lace and some cut. It's some lace. Style. It's a style. It's some lace and some cutouts. It's about as close to drag as any of the guest judges have been this season. So, we'll take it, girl. Go off.
Sure.
But Pangina just looks like is it supposed to be giant chicken?
I think it's supposed to be a bird. But what bird is? I thought initially I thought eagle.
I'm really getting chicken, especially the hair. I'm really getting
can see it with the hair.
Yeah, with the hair, it gives chicken.
I mean, I don't know. I like it though.
I do too.
I like it.
Yeah, now oh no, it literally is chicken.
Oh.
I'm on Instagram, and that's so interesting. Shout out to Isaris, which is the clothing brand that did the garment for her work. Period. Now, I also wanted to include this because I saw this meme. This is my favorite thing I've seen all week. Just the comparisons between Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo and Pangina and Nikki. It was great.
I have nothing to add because I have not watched that movie.
Yeah, I feel like you were the worst person to have on to make this reference. which is fine.
I mean, not yet, but I want to watch the original.
Oh, this is just from their interviews that they've done before the movie came out.
Oh, okay.
It's like the way that Ariana just is grabbing just fingers.
Oh,
of
the
Cynthia.
hand.
Yes. And the way that Nikki did the exact same thing to Pangina. Everything. Anyway, we will be talking about the makeovers on Look Over Here, so make sure to check that out. Mother-daughter feather together. They had not only was it a makeover, but they also had to incorporate feathers.
A theme, yes.
Come on, theme. And I guess last week's Untucked was just a one-off. You found that confusing too, right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
what is going on? Also, I need to mention, especially on the runway segment, like with the judges' critiques, what was going on with the background music? The level?
Thank you!
I can't.
The unprofessionalism? Far too much. Far too much. Like, they'll get it together. I know they will.
I mean, I'm just mad. You know why I'm mad? Because I love this cast so much, and they deserve better production than what they got. But I digress.
Right. Like, but thank you for bringing it up when other people may not have. I appreciate that.
I mean, as a person with audible sensitivities, whatever, like, it's too much. I can't.
Yeah, I agree. I guess let's just talk about the results then. Why not?
Oh no, wait. Because there was a bit. Because I did mention the one Nikki bit. Because Nikki was the highlight.
Oh yes, Nikki.
Come on.
Yes.
When she was sitting on Pangina's seat, and then she.
Oh my god.
That was.
She was like,
I love that.
Wrong franchise.
Yeah.
I love it. They're really like, it's really like big sister, little sister. And Pangina's the big sister, and I live for it. I do love them. And then the way she was disagreeing with the guest judge so fiercely, but had to maintain her professionalism because she's a host. Like, and the guest judge did not care at all.
I love.
I live.
So fierce.
So good. So fierce. Anyway, we only get a top 2 because that's correct.
Yeah.
Frankie and Godland were the 2 best, I would say. But
I mean,
the best, without a shadow of a doubt, was Godland. Like, Frankie was good. Godland was steps above Frankie. Like, and I'm so happy that Godland got this win to finally give her some confidence in her looks, because they have been hating her runways.
For what reason?
I understand what they said last week about her Marsha P. Johnson, which shout out to her for doing that also.
Yeah.
How have we never had a Marsha P. Johnson look on Drag Race? Genuinely blows my mind.
Everyone that ever did like a trans flag look, I'm just like, what? It never crossed your mind.
It had to have.
It had.
But whatever.
Godland, you know what? It does take nerve, because it is.
It does.
It is a very important.
She's a very important woman.
So like, it is a lot of responsibility to attempt that. So I get it.
I love the nerve of Godland to do it, because she is such a fan of drag, the show, and the art form, and you see it.
And the history.
Maybe I want Godland to win this season?
No.
I don't know.
I mean, hey, I agree. Godland was the winner for me as well. But it was like, I still really enjoyed Frankie as well. It's just
I did too. Yeah,
very close. It was very close, but Godland was impactful when
Yes.
they came out on a runway. Like I
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it and look over here. I'm very excited too. But
I'm not gonna get into the looks. I'm just saying, like I felt it.
The impact was absolutely there. I mean, I am glad she's here, even though she definitely should have gone home last week because she should have been in the bottom 2 and she would have been sent home by Gigi. But like, I'm happy she's here.
Right. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Honestly, because she was by far the worst last week. By a mile. A mile. And I wouldn't even have had Gigi in the bottom. It would have been Nane that sent home Godland. Okay. And it probably still would have happened. The point is, I'm really happy Godland's still here, and she was definitely the best. Our bottom 3 ended up being 3 of our 4 frontrunners this season: Nane, Spicy, and ZP. ZP is ultimately saved, and we get a bottom 2 of Spicy and Nane, and I just don't agree.
Me neither. And you see, out of our panel that are watching Thailand, I'm probably like the most obsessed and stan of CP. That's me.
It's the 2 of us for sure.
Yeah,
it's the 2 of us. Yeah,
right.
ZP absolutely should have been in the bottom over Spicy. 100%. 100%.
That's where we disagree. See?
Oh, okay.
Well, I thought she should have been in the bottom instead of Nane.
I see that. I do. I don't agree, but I do see it.
Right. But like not by much.
Honestly. Yeah. No, all 3. You know what? This should have been a bottom 3 lip sync.
Not with this song though.
Maybe with the song. Actually,
but I don't know.
I hated the song choice,
because it would have been unsafe with all of everything.
True.
It would have been unsafe.
True. Yeah. So Spicy and Nane lip sync to "Call Me Mother." Why? Why are we giving the second wordiest RuPaul song to girls that have a decent proficiency in English, but not much? Like, I love both of these entertainers. I think this lip sync, it's not even a lip sync. I think this stunt show performance that we got at the end of this episode, For Your Life, was great. I was wildly entertained. Lived for the stunt show that was this lip sync. I really was. Neither of those girls knew more than 40% of the words to that song. To the point that Nane even admitted it in confessional that she didn't know the song and she was just having fun. Why?
What is she supposed to do? You know what I mean?
And Drag Race Thailand does have a tradition of having songs in English. This is not the first time. But the one that I remember so distinctly, and this was a 3-way lip sync, they did Toxic.
Word.
They're the only Drag Race franchise to do Toxic by Britney Spears.
See, that's the thing. If it's going to be a song not in the Queen's first language, it should be a song that most of them will probably like a big song, a hit.
Yeah.
Something that is, first of all, not as wordy, and that the Queens, or most of them, will probably already know all, if not most of the words.
You know what they should have done? They should have done Sissy That Walk.
Sure.
Sissy That Walk is like
Or I Bring the Beat.
I Bring the Beat would have been great. Like, just pick a song that, like, I feel like
Just What They Want.
Just What They Want is the worst one.
Or is it wordy?
That's the wordiest RuPaul song. It beat Call Me Mother.
That's not what I mean. No. Wait.
Or pick Kitty Girl. Who is she? Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not thinking like a dancey song as well, but that's not as wordy.
Or even Glamazon. Like, throw all the way back. Like, don't pick Call Me Mother.
Not this one. Because it is one of my favorite RuPaul songs.
I agree.
To like whatever, but
To lip
For
sync too, because I'm not
listening.
on Drag Race, but I still know the words because I listen to it so much. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it didn't end up on my Spotify Rap Top 5, and I'm genuinely surprised. But yeah, like, these girls didn't know the words, so I'm not going to judge it that way. The stunt show that we had for Your Life was really good.
The lip sync, the performance
The performance
to
we were
this
given,
song,
yes, 100%.
8.
100%. 100%. Um, it was very close. I did have a winner, and I agreed with who won the lip sync.
Mm-hmm.
As heartbreaking as that is to say, I did agree with, I thought Spicy was better.
Oh, I agree with you, but I just see. I think they both did great.
100%.
Like great, and they were both like clearly fighting for it so much.
Mm-hmm.
But the big difference for me was the intentionality in Spicy's performance and the way
I
that she
agree.
moves, the way that she paced the one reveal with the glove and the glitter, and then the other one, and
Ugh.
then she waited a little bit, performed,
Yep.
and then she did the fan.
Her
And then she worked the
musicality,
fan, then she did something else. Like, you know what I mean? It
yeah,
had range, it
yeah.
had levels, it was spaced well, the way she moves her body.
It
Oh,
just, it is, she is one of the, she's one of the most entertaining performers I've ever seen on a drag program.
period.
Like,
She needs to
I,
be brought back as a lip sync assassin on any All Star. Please
absolutely.
fly her in.
Like, I'm annoyed that she was in the bottom because I wouldn't have had her in the bottom, but like, I'm not really annoyed because we got to see her perform again and she's great. Like, she is, and Nane, I did not know what to expect out of Miss Nane Safira, and she pleasantly surprised me and kept up
Mhm.
with Spicy.
Yeah. She delivered. Yeah.
She ate, which makes it even worse that she ends up going home. 5th place robbed queen. Like, I'm so happy that she was on this season. She provided some of my favorite looks of this season.
Hmm.
I do wish we got to know her more. But what I did get to know about her was great. And I'm really happy that I got to experience her and her art this season.
Yeah, the runways she was just a great addition because no one else was doing what she was doing.
100%.
While everyone was great, like she brought something that was very specific to her, and she even
Yeah.
said it, I think, in her when she was like the
Yeah.
goodbye speech, whatever. She was like, "This is me. I showed who I am. Like this is who I am," and I'm happy that she shared that with us, and I enjoyed most of it. She was
Definitely.
consistent throughout the whole
Incredibly consistent.
competition, like very consistent and a great energy. So I hope she comes back for another season,
Yeah.
just so that we can get to know her more.
Yeah.
Like maybe she'll be more comfortable, like opening up on camera, and like I don't know. But yeah, I would like to see more.
Yeah.
If this is what she is now, like what her drag is now, I want to see where she's gonna like if she's gonna elevate it. Bitch, where?
Absolutely.
To where?
Literally.
I
Literally
want to know.
where?
I
Literally
want to know.
where?
I want to see.
Well, with that, David is officially out of the draft.
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
Everyone believe. Oh no, Eduardo's also out of the draft as of last week.
mm-hmm.
Or no, as of they're both out as of tonight. Ooh, scandal.
Oh,
Because they both had Nane. So Brandon, Lana, and I are still all in. How
who's in
wild.
the lead? Is it
Uh,
you?
I'm glad you asked. So David ends with 36.5 points. Brandon is in 4th place with 39 points. Eduardo ends in 3rd place currently with 51 points. Lana is in 2nd place with 65, and I am currently leading with 72 points.
work.
Period. Love that. I'm either doing really well or really badly in drafts right now. And I think there's one. I think there's one where I'm in between. The point is, and then next week they are producing their own like mini show. Like it feels like scripted TV challenge meets like performing talent show challenge.
Yeah, do you remember? I feel like maybe it's gonna be something similar. Like I was thinking maybe what they did on All Stars 8, where Darian, James, and Alexis did like a
the parody challenge.
Yeah. So maybe like that, but not a parody, just like an original.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think maybe it's gonna be that.
Did you watch Drag Race? Did you watch Drag Race Germany?
Not yet.
Okay, they did a similar challenge in pairs at Final Four. So I'm curious whether it'll be that. Yeah, it was weird.
Okay.
Yeah, and one pair was much better than the other pair. So, I'm still very depressed about that episode. The point is, yeah, I'm curious what it'll be. Or we just saw that on Philippines, one of those first challenges where they did
with the duos,
the POW Presents Plus challenge.
The game. Okay.
Yeah. When they had the guest judge came out for everything. Yeah. Where Versace had her complete meltdown.
No, because they said it was a scripted, like a scripted. It's a skit. It's gonna be a skit.
It's a skit. Yeah, whatever it is.
It's a skit.
I'm excited to see it regardless. Exactly. Regardless, we're going to get out of here because we have another video to film. So thank you for joining us for this episode recap. Let us know all your thoughts down in the comments below. And make sure to check out the description where you can find all of our audio podcast links, our other YouTube channels, our Patreon, our social media, and where you can get your merch. Bam, 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 including an unlimited 2-cup mug. And with all that being said, we are going to go ahead and get out of here. So cheers.
Cheers.
Woo.